Hi everyone, Sarah here. So we are going to give a go at doing a Copic background. So I have my piece of Copic coloring paper here from Crafter's Companion, and what I have done so far is just stamped the castle image from the Charmed, I don't think it's Charmed, the Ever After kit from the Greeting Farm, and I've used the MFT hybrid black licorice ink because I'm going to be coloring with Copic markers, and I masked off the bottom because this is going to be a sand castle. So what I want to try, I'm saying trying because this is my first time, to color the castle and do some sand and a sky. So I am going to start off with my brown colors for the sand, and I have E31, E55, and E57. Okay, so I'm going to just start off by, that's going to be just one sand pile there. I'm going to start coloring all this in, because basically this is all sand. So it's going to blend in with the ground. I'm going to move on to my E55. Just going to do each of these pieces separately. I just feel more comfortable that way. I like to keep my colors saturated when I'm blending, so I don't like to go on and do too big of an area. And I'm not being too careful here because it is sand. It doesn't have to be perfect. Going to move on to the next section here. Guess while I'm doing this, I might mention I did forget to say that this is the third week of Krazy Card Saturday, so Melissa and I will both be posting cards that have Copic backgrounds on them. And I believe this is both our first time trying this. Don't think Melissa's done it before. Being so quiet. Jonathan is here in the room with me too. If you guys hear noises in the background, say hi, Jonathan. You gonna say hi? Nobody can see you. Jonathan has decided that he's going to be my crafting assistant, and he would like to be in more videos. His hands in more videos. Right, Jonathan? He's nodding his head. Jonathan nods yes. I must say this is looking like a pretty cool sandcastle. Okay, one more tower. Seems that this marker's drying. Oh, I don't think I have a refill for this one. Okay, so there's my sandcastle. Again, there's one sand. Sorry, I have to turn it here. My idea is that I have this CC Designs summer stamp that I'm going to stamp out. I'm not going to mask for this one. I'm going to actually do that one and fussy cut it and lay it out on the top. The lazy way. I know it's not really lazy. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the broad side. Don't know if I'm going to cut this down, but I might have to. Okay, so then I'm going to go to the E55, my second darker, my medium. Just add in some shading. And then I'm going to go to the E57. This one I'm not going to use the broad end. Then back down to my E55. Squeak, squeak. And then back to my E31. kind of brings a brown color, but I think once that dries, that's gonna work out. Okay, so how are we looking? Looks pretty cool. Okay, now for my sky, I'm not doing water. I might add in some water afterwards, but for now I'm gonna do my sky, and for that, I have a ton of blues picked out here, going all the way from B000, BW0, B04, and then I have BG01, BG02, and BG10, and I will call them out as I'm doing them in whichever order so you know. Basically what I'm going to do is bring it from the top down in graduated colors. So, but what I want to do first is draw out some clouds. So for that, I believe that was what the BG10 was for. So, just gonna draw out some clouds. And just a couple. There. Okay. So it's very light. I don't think you guys can see it very well, but I can still see it. Okay, so then I'm going to start with my darkest color, which is my B04. And I'm going to flip this upside down actually. And all I'm going to do is go across. Then I'm going to go down to BG02. Just going to do a little edge here at my clouds. And then switch over to the broad point. And then BG01. Flip it back over here. Okay, and then we go to B00. And then B000. I'm bringing the B000 all the way up. concentrating. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so then I have C0 picked out to work on my clouds here. So I'm going to just outline them. Just kind of work on the edges, and I have my blender to blend that out. And I'm just going to put a little bit heavier on the bottom, because clouds are always a little bit heavier on the bottom. And then blend that out. So then again, I'm going to go over to these clouds over here. C0 and my blender. Put a little bit darker over here. And then work on this cloud. Okay, so there it is. Now I'm going to go back to my sand, and I'm going to take the same three colors that I was using, the E31, E55, and E57, and I'm just going to add some little dots for texture. Not too much, just a little bit. Jonathan is dotting with his markers. Okay, so I'm going to finish my dotting off camera, pick a color for my flags, and I will be back with my CC Designs imaged color. Okay, I am back to show you my finished card. I have the stamp sets that I used here. I know I did say that I was going to use the new CC Designs summer little girl stamp. I did color her up. I'm not going to post that in the video because I ended up not using her. She just really didn't fit in with the castle there. So I ended up pulling out one of my old Stampin' Up sets. It's called Crab and Company, so that I could use this little crab. And then I also used this Pool Party Amy R CC Design set, which was purchased from the Not Too Shabby shop. And I used Thinking of You and this hot stuff here. Okay, so those are the stamps that I used. Oh, and I also did use my stitched die from the Blueprint 16 from MFT. So here it is. I love how it turned out. Super awesome. I used some, it's like a really, really light blue. It has texture in it, this cardstock, but it's nice and thick. And then I also used this edged, it's a DCWV card front that was really old from my stash. So I just used that. It has like a turquoisey color on it. And then I put the stitch die on my background image. I did end up coloring the flags in red to match with my little crab guy. And there's where I stamped the sentiments right on the cloud, and I used these little tiny, I believe they're 3mm sequins that I had purchased from Pretty Pink Posh, and they're in marshmallow. And then these gold hearts are also from Pretty Pink Posh. So I added one here on top of the heart that's in the sandcastle, and then one above the crab. So the crab was done on mixed media Canson paper using my watercolor markers. I just layered 3 different reds in there and just kept adding on. And I did put glossy accents on his eyes, so you can see there. I did add a little bit of water in behind the castle, just so it didn't look like air and sand. But I really love the way it turned out. It's so cool. It just looks awesome. Can't stop looking at it. Alright, so please don't forget to go over to Melissa's channel and check out her awesome card also. She did end up using a beach theme too. And I will post a picture of her card after this also. So please leave a comment, subscribe if you wish, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.